Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Well, hello, everybody. I am Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here live for another edition here of All Signs. We're looking at the weekly forecast here for March 16th through the 22nd. I am broadcasting here not just on YouTube, but on Facebook and Twitch. Don't be shy. Let me know that you're here. I will try to chat with you guys in between each reading. All right, that's usually when I do my chat. Moderators aren't here yet, but if they do come on here, they will be on the chats. Just a reminder here, for those of you who missed it, we had the All Signs mid-month check-in go ahead and release on Friday. So if you didn't check that out, make sure you do, especially if you're a water sign here, because the water signs, you guys got the public view over on Friday on YouTube. And for the other placements, you guys are over at Harmonia Friends Community. So if you want to check it out, you can just go over to my website. I have that linked here in YouTube on the little feed here for pinned so that you can see where the website is for all of that information. But let's get to it. Let's look at the astrology news here for the week. So early this week, guys, we're still going to be in the Pisces energy, but this is the final call here for Pisces season. So happy birthday for those of you at the tail end of Pisces, okay? But we still have your energy here going into the new moon on March 18th, which is the last new moon of the entire Zodiac cycle here for Western astrology. So new moons usually bring fresh starts, but this one feels more like a clean slate. It's about closure, intuition, and emotional realization before the astrological year resets. And at the same time, Mercury and Mars are both moving through Pisces energy near the North Node, which in astrology represents direction. So people may start sensing where they're being nudged next, even if the full plan isn't clear yet. And outside of astrology, we have St. Patrick's Day. That lands on the 17th. Make sure you guys are wearing green. Right in the middle of the Pisces energy. The legend says St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland, which symbolically represents clearing out what doesn't belong anymore. That actually is a pretty fitting for this week because we're clearing space before the next chapter. Then on March 20th, two big things happen. Ready? First, Mercury retrograde ends. Hallelujah. The cycle is officially over. The lessons have been learned. It will not return if you didn't get anybody returning here to you. Second, the sun is moving into Aries, which kicks off the Aries season and the astrological new year. So the energy this week really moves from reflection all the way here to rebirth. Rebirth, guys. All right, so that's our astrology report. We're going to go on into the collective energy here. Let's move on over and see what our collective energy, how we're showing up here. How we're showing up here. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, if we can hone into my collective, whether they're watching the live or the replay. How are we showing up? Remember, no reversals on initial story play. How are we showing up this week? Oh, as the emperor. Well, there we are. In Aries season, we're showing up as Aries energy. Are we bossing up this week? I just feel like it's this energy here of taking charge for us. It's all four kings in one, but the masculine energy doesn't matter if you're female. The masculine energy here is about actions, authority. And some of you, it's just simply inner authority. So we're showing up as the emperor here this week. Leadership is important for us. Leadership is important for us. All right. Let's see what the divine angel numbers are showing up here for us. What numbers will we be on the lookout for this week? Take a step. 535. So look out for the number 535 this week. Let go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. Prepare to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow and expand. Isn't this amazing how this is going hand in hand with the energy of the astrology news? That's why I kind of like to bring astrology in there. I'm not an astrologist. That's why I bring in some of the more practical news. But it's interesting how it is lining up here with the cards, that the old patterns, the old cycles here that we can no longer bring across here in this threshold this week is asking us to take a step of some sort. A step. It just takes one step to get started here. One step. All right, let's see what else here is going on. Let's see what else is going on here, collective. How are we being challenged this week? How are we being challenged this week? The Two of Pentacles. We got a lot on our plate. Do we have a lot on our plate? I almost feel this energy here of something being added to our plate this week. And it may take some inner authority and power when it comes to boundaries or managing it all, whether it's work life, whether it's family life, whether you got a lot going on. I do see you taking charge, but the challenge here is that you got enough on your plate. And so at this point, you are just managing what you can. Right there. And I almost feel like this energy here, as we're leaving the rocky energy here of Pisces season, going into that Aries energy, it's a little, the waves are a little bit rocky. Right? High tides. How are we being supported this week? How are we being supported here this week? Four of Swords. It's the moment of pause. It's the moment of rest. It's the moment here that we have the ability here to take a time out, breathe. All right. Again, having proper boundaries this week is going to be inevitably the most important step here, but the pause here is also to reflect before you react this week. Pause before you react this week or take on too much. We're going to see how this plays out for each individual sign here. Again, these will affect all the zodiac signs. And we're going to start off here. Even though we are moving into Aries energy, we still are in Pisces season. So we're going to start off here with Pisces and move our way down. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, you're going to want to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. If you're cross-watching for another energy, please keep in mind the story may be mirrored back to you. Okay, flip it around. All right, let's get started here. Pisces is up. Reversals are up. Welcome back, Unique. It's probably going to be quiet today. I don't know if my moderators are going to be on today. It's been kind of a hectic time for everybody. I know here on the Midwest, we are getting pummeled, hammered here in Michigan with tons and tons and tons of snow, and it's coming here. Let me make sure my battery is on. Hopefully. Hold on, guys. I need to pause this for a second. Before we get started, I got to make sure that my battery is working on my phone because right now it's not showcasing it. So I do not want to keep going if it's not showing that it's plugged in. No, I think we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Hold on. We're coming back. Here we go. Here we go. It was an old message. All right, Pisces. Let's see how you're feeling going into this week. The 5 of Swords. Ooh, what are you fighting? Your ego? An individual? No one wins with the 5 of Swords. It's usually confrontation of some sort. It's being irritable. It's wanting to react a particular way, whether you're in shoes with another or you're forced to walk away. Let's see the external reason here for this Pisces being upset. This Pisces feels like they're a little rocking the boat here. External reason here for this Pisces. Oh, so not in paradise here with a relationship. This does not have to be romantic. Could be dealing with a Gemini, but I feel like the issue is that 2 of you have different points of view or something here is changing. It's just very irritable. Maybe an argument breaks out with this person, but the 2 of you, the 2 of you may be trying to both be leaders in some sort here. Let's see what the integration is. Integration of this week here. I do feel like this will be resolved, but I do feel an argument will be breaking out this week, and it's going to be hurt feelings, hurt people. But I feel the both of you are hurt. Do I see a reconciliation? Yeah, I feel like by the end of the week, the 2 of you will be able to resolve something, but the truth hurts with this one. The 2 of you both can't have your way. And so it's almost like a pause. All right, let's see how your response is to this. You got 2 5s. 5-3-5. Remember that. 5-3-5. How is Pisces responding to this? God, look at all of these 5s. There's a competitive nature between the 2 of you. And it comes down to deep emotions that come out or bubbled up between the both of you. Maybe the 2 of you are having a hard time connecting, spending time with one another. Maybe you're both irritable or one is overworked. But others of you, if this is not romantic, there's just this competitive nature here of like, do we have to fight this out? Why do we always have to compete against each other? I thought we were on the same team. This feels like a Pisces here who's like, are we even on the same team? It feels a little bit off. What's a bigger opportunity for you this week? There is your energy. Queen of Cups. That's you. I feel like not all is lost, but I do feel that the bigger opportunity here is to express yourself in a healthy way. Even though that this is reversed, the opportunity here is not to play victim, is not to take something so personally, is to be able to remember your support here. I'm going to say it again, Pisces, your support here is to not take this personally, is to step back and reflect before it completely boils over. You may need to take a little bit of a moment or a pause before you answer back to this individual. I do feel like there will be a heart to heart. What are you gaining with this individual this week? I feel like what you're gaining this week, which may have been a little bit for you, or this could be for another. There's something here about having 2 different point of views where either you thought everything was fine and okay, or this person here thought everything is fine or okay. But somebody here is incredibly unhappy, has completely missed the signs emotionally. Even if you told this person or this person here told you, there's this discussion here of being burnt out, tired, overworked, but also like it's inevitable that somebody here missed the signs. Maybe they were too focused on something else, or they didn't want to believe it. Could even have been denial. All right. I'm sorry. I said the sun, but I meant the star. The star energy here is usually a card here of forgiveness, being vulnerable, but also having that clarity here when things come through, similar to that sun energy. But this is about not being direct. Aquarius energy now, not Leo. But you know how everything happens here. Everything happens for a reason. So that may have needed to be said. But the star energy here is feeling that someone here has completely read a situation completely wrong. So I do feel the truth or a hard conversation is coming in place here for you this week. Maybe you finally see it. Does it mean that something's over? I definitely see you guys on the same page now. Advice here for you, the Hangman. This is going to be one of those things that after you have this discussion, you're going to have to take another pause. The reflection here is someone's gained a new perception and they didn't want to believe it. They didn't want to believe it. They were so hung up on what was actually manifesting. Somebody here was feeling like $100 and the other individual was not. All right. It was like, I tried to explain this to you. So there's something here about how quickly this got manifested into the complete opposite here for another. All right. Your final message here, Pisces, from Auntie is, Pisces, the new moon is your final moment of reflection before the zodiac resets this week. Something inside you already knows what the next chapter should look like. Trust your intuition, Pisces. The universe is clearing the whiteboard so you can write something new. All right. That's what I got here for you, Pisces. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And don't forget to check out your water sign reading that was posted on Friday if you missed that. That's in the March All Signs playlist on the homepage. All right, let's get to it. Aries is up. Aries is up. It's a quiet chat today without my moderators. I'm so not used to it. So not used to it. I already hear my neighbor outside snow blowing. I know, I got to get out there. I was going to do it after the readings. I got to keep up with it. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And happy birthday out there to the early Aries, for those of you who are having your birthday this week. We're into the weekend. Aries, let's see how you're showing up this week. How is Aries showing up this week? The Sun. You're having a good week. Maybe you're celebrating. Like I said, some of you, it's your birthday. So you're feeling very happy. You're feeling very bright. You're feeling like things are working in your favor. External reason here for this. Look, strength, more Leo energy. I feel like this is something where you have taken charge. You're not allowing your pride. You're not allowing yourself to be the resilient, the bold one. This is a week of going, I don't give an F. Don't give an F. I can only manage so much. And so if that means I'm going to disappoint other individuals, then so be it. Wave them off. I need a fresh start. Some of you, you're going to be taking a day off this week, okay? Or just a personal day. Feels like it. What's the integration here for Aries here? Yeah. I also feel like you going out and doing something that you want to do. Ferris Bueller is what I heard. It's like, I think you are fed up. Some of you are overworked. Some of you are just tired of being the strong one all the time. But it's like this week, I'm letting my inner child glow. And I'm going to do something that's for me. Okay. I just feel very much a self-love day for you. And you're very excited about this travel or about exploring. And if you're not doing this, you're setting it up. Maybe you're planning a vacation coming up. I don't know. Let's see how you're responding to this for this week, Aries. Look, I love how you got the sun and the moon. It's like you go quiet. I almost feel this energy of Aries where you're the vibrant one, you're the leader, everybody, comes to you. And this week you're letting go of the reins. You may even go hidden. There's something about going in the dark. You may even just tell a certain people or a specific person here, hey, I'm on the low this week. But that moon energy, Pisces energy, we're going into that new moon. There's just something here. Maybe it is in the new moon energy. Maybe it's on March 18th where you kind of disappear from the world. But I also feel like your focus here is on your dreams, your visions, not just the dreams that you have at night. It's like, what do I truly aspire to happen for me? And you may be reevaluating or reflecting here on some of the illusions and the fears that maybe at one point you weren't ready to look at. And this week you're looking at it. This week you are looking at it. Greater opportunity here. Yeah, there you are. King of Wands energy. Feeling very creative, feeling very inspired. It's almost like you got a blank canvas here and it's like anything is possible. But I see you taking charge in what lights you up this week, what you are passionate about this week. Now, if this is love, there's something here about going in the down low here with an individual. Okay. I feel like you'll be in the honeymoon stage with this individual if it is love. But it could even be a rekindle here if there's a partner here where you're feeling a little bit burnt out and you haven't really had time and place for that person, a little weekend getaway. Greater meaning here for Aries this week. Look at that. You got the Page of Wands, something new, something spontaneous, something that lights you up. I can't say it enough. Okay. There's an opportunity here to set something in the ground now. Whether it is you planning a trip coming up or taking a day off to plan a trip, I see you actually doing it. And others of you, it could be a creative idea or endeavor that's taking off. Some of you, it's to get into the footprint here of entrepreneurship or starting a side business. So it's really good energy. What's the advice here for you? Advice here for Aries this week? Knight of Cups. Well, I love this. I mean, this is just romantic. This is just endearing, loving. It's a gesture. It's an opportunity. It's an emotionally fulfilling opportunity here to drink that cup. And I want to say a lot of this is self-love, but others of it, it's like, this is what you're working on. This is what you're working on. And something that fulfills you, something that lights you up. Your head is now focused on taking a step back and to reflect on what you truly want or where you see a connection going. All right, what Auntie has to say for you, for the horoscope here for you, Aries, is Aries, your season is about to begin here. Before you charge ahead like the ram that you are, Pisces energy asks you to pause and reflect for just a moment. Even warriors benefit from a deep breath before the next battle begins. And I feel that's how you're being supported here by taking a pause here for yourself this week. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aries. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends community. And we're going to move on to Taurus. Taurus is up. We do have a goal going on here, guys. I typically have, once you hit the target on YouTube, and those for you watching on Facebook and Twitch, sorry, it's only on YouTube. But if you hit the target, guys, and we get 5 donators here, we will unlock another bonus collective here, which we allow the dice here to see what zodiac signs need an extra reading here for the week. All right. So it gives an extra bonus roll here for those individuals. Taurus is now up. Taurus, my bulls. See what's going on here for you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How you feeling going into this week? The 3 of Pentacles here reverse. I feel like this is a week where you want to be in solitude. There's something about who you work with, who you collaborate with. I feel like there's something about going your own way. Let's see the external reason for this. 3 of Pentacles with that is that you're looking at a bigger opportunity that brings stability for you. A better offer. Oh, we got the Nine of Swords here. So the Nine of Swords here externally is usually some fears that come alive, worry, and it's like I got to do this on myself. I can't pull other people in. This may be a week here, Taurus, where you are taking some charge, taking stock of your own life, your own opportunities. Not a week here to help others, but there's something externally here where it's like I feel like I might miss something if I don't take care of something this week. Yeah, the Queen of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I think this is a week where you feel a little bit burned out. You don't feel like you're fully supported. You can't drag others. There's something about feeling like a burden or dragging others. You may feel very overworked. You may feel like there's a less here for or zest here for love. If there's a relationship that you're kind of fed up with, this is a week here where it's like, you know what, I got to take a breather. I got to separate. Some of you may be separating from an individual or asking for a pause. Others of you, there's something about putting something on hold for now because you obviously feel like you're listening to your fears than more than to what your body's asking you to do, which is take a rest. How are you reacting to this? Yeah, we got the Two of Wands here reversed. There's something here that is coming back up with your past. Hopefully it's not a past person. All right, but we are still in the retrograde energy and the past comes up. There's something here ready to be closed out. But I feel like there was a back and forth energy of like, should I go? Should I stay? What's happening here? I'm on my own. And like, I feel there's something about a fear of doing it all on your own or being on your own. But this week here, you're facing it. You're like, what if it doesn't come back? Or what if a person doesn't come back? Or what if I meant to do this on my own and not get help? What kind of experience would I get? So you're definitely reflecting and looking at it differently. Let's see what the greater opportunity here is for you. Greater opportunity here for you this week is to let something go. Some of you, this is going to be hard to hear, but some of you are holding on to an individual that you're hoping is coming back and been waiting on. And it's like, I can't wait anymore. I got to let this go. Perfect time to do this is this week. And there might be the sign here where you may have misread something here. You thought somebody was coming back, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like there's closure here for you. Emotionally here, it's feeling heavy. All right. Others of you, like I said, if you've been tired and it's not necessarily a person, it's just something here where you have to choose to do something different and reflect on something here differently. What are you gaining here? Oh, Five of Swords. Something about confrontation. Maybe some of you are fearing confrontation with another or fearing confronting even a version of you that plays victim to a situation. You don't want to play victim anymore. You just know that sometimes you have to walk away with not having true closure. And I feel that this week you're creating some kind of self-closure here for you. It does. Advice from Spirit for Taurus. Oh, facing something that brings you some grief. You know, this has been blocked. This is something here where you have to turn around. All right. You can't not turn around to go to the past, but turn around to be towards another direction. Yeah, because there's a bigger opportunity here. There is. And even though it may not seem that big, there's this moment here where you can pick yourself. You can choose you. You can look at that cup and say, I had to let this go because I choose myself too. Right? Your dream here may have been to some of you reconcile or to make something work out. And it's like, you know, some things just aren't meant to work out. Some things are just meant to be redirected here because it's giving me another opportunity here to embrace a proper boundary. Not just even by others, but my boundaries for myself. I don't have to keep trying at this. Final advice here for you, Taurus, from Auntie. Taurus, this new moon highlights friendships and people you surround yourself with. Pisces reminds you that dreams grow stronger when you allow, ready for this, when you allow the right people to walk the path with you. And there's a certain person or people or situations that do not belong on your path. All right. That's what I got here for you, Taurus. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We're going to get to Gemini next. Gemini is up. Don't be shy, guys. Let me know that you're here. My moderators are not here today. I don't believe they're going to be coming on. So keep me company, please, as I shuffle. Gemini is up. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Gems. Let's see how you're feeling going in to the week of March 16th, to the 22nd. Here we go, Gemini. Ooh, you got the Four Swords again, but it's reversed. So this is going to be a tough week here. Even though you know you need to take a break or a pause, you're very restless, feeling very irritable. Man, you just got I think you got a busy week. My Gem's got a busy week. You might not be sleeping well either this week. External reason for this? For Gemini? Ooh, Page of Cups here, reversed. So this is somebody here. They could be younger than you, but someone here who did something manipulative, emotionally self-centered, may have made a big deal about what they had to offer you, could have love bombed you. But I feel like this person here is out of excuses. And this is someone here that you consistently have been there for, but this person here gives you another lame excuse this week. Oh boy. Gemini, you got someone here giving you a lame excuse this week, so you're angry. There's anger here, Sagittarius energy. It's like they mishandled this cup. They dismantled this connection. It's not a fair partnership. Hopefully it's not a lover, but some of you, it could be a family member, child, could even be, a friendship that just is disappointing because you lose your patience with this person because you always create time. You always create space for them. But this Gemini here, an individual here who says they're going to be there for you and all of a sudden comes up with a lame excuse. I think you've just had enough. And it's like, seriously? Why do I always have to pick up the pieces? Yeah, you're angry. There's something arrogant about this individual. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius here. But that's that Knight of Wands. I said King of Wands. That's the Knight of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands is an individual here who comes in and out. I'll save the day and then I'm not going to be here. Some people call him the player, right? But there's just something here. If this is the challenge of this individual, is there's a yo-yo effect. Are you in or are you out? You said you were going to be here for me and now you're not going to be here or you're not going to show up. Like, I was expecting you there. I had expectations here. And this is not just your expectations. It's what this person promised. A promise was broken. Greater opportunity here to really see the injustice of this. It's not just you witnessing this. This person here is letting down a bunch of individuals. Some of you a community. Some of you, this is someone calling out at work being immature out of excuses. It's like, we're going to have to write you up for this. But there's a pink slip, right? Some of you, it's enough collateral what this person does. This Gemini has their receipts. And the receipts here may be of high advisement. Maybe you have written this person up already if you were a manager. But others of you, it's like you got to pay a price here. It's not just me you're disappointing, it's others. You didn't show up. I can't, you didn't pay the bill. You didn't do this. Like you gotta pay back with interest for some. Yeah. This is This is you having, this is a week here for you being very authentic, truthful, honest, but also setting a boundary. And it may be hard for you because you love this individual, but again, the thing is that sometimes you tend to be fearful of confrontation, maybe because you always want to think the best of this person, but this person here doesn't have your back. This person doesn't care what they do. So they have to learn. If they don't get any kind of reprimation, how are they going to know? How are they going to be able to react to it? You're not enabling it anymore. You aren't. You're not. I mean, the Ten of Swords energy is someone who leaves you to dead. But it's an ending. It's tragedy. But also when you hit the rock bottom, there's only one way up. And the truth is you're out. There's no coming back from this. There is no coming back from this. And also, this person here is meant to go through their own things or the boundary that you set because you have asked for something better. And in order to get something better, you need to leave this in the past. And so this is the perfect time to do that, especially with this new moon energy here. All right. Final message here for you, Gemini, from Auntie is Gemini, direction may be coming into focus this week. Pisces energy is nudging you to listen to your intuition instead of trying to think your way through every possibility. Sometimes the answer shows up as a feeling for you this week. And I feel the feeling is that someone here has had enough excuses. Okay, enough. All right, that's what I have for Gemini. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We're going to get to Cancer. Cancer is up next. Cancer. Let's see what's going on for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How you feeling going into this week, Cancer? Oh, irritable, impatient, Sagittarius energy. Feel very misaligned. I feel a little bit all over the place, okay? Emotionally and stability here is a challenge here for you this week. Let's see the external reason for this. Oh my gosh, you got the Two of Pentacles twice. You are stuck in a contract of some sort. You have, I mean, this is the Four of Pentacles right here. It is. But there's something here about, I mean, you're just not happy this week. You aren't. You're very irritable. You're very impatient. You can only handle so much, but you also promised. And so you are managing a lot this week here. And also you don't have room here to receive the things that you truly love. There's almost like, where's there time or space here for me? What's being integrated here for Cancer this week? Oh, Ace of Cups. You got to choose yourself and you know it. You got to choose yourself and you know it. And you're feeling very irritable because some of you are afraid to let somebody down. Some of you, there's a relationship here that you feel is based on conditions and is not unconditional. But I feel like this cup here, integration here, is about self-love. Choosing something here about, I mean, you just don't have anything to offer right now. You're completely emotionally spent. Emotionally spent. It doesn't mean a relationship's entirely out of the picture here. I just feel this energy here for you. Yeah. You've been through this before, and you've done this before, whether with the same person or with another individual. But it's disappointment here where everything worked. Maybe there's something here about you needing help, or you needing some emotional support here, or understanding, or a listener. But this week here, I feel there's a relationship here where you don't feel heard, you don't feel seen, and you just feel emotionally zapped. Usually when it's 2 cups here, it's you focusing on a relationship that doesn't make you happy right now. This could be with a specific love connection. This could be with a job. This could be with a friendship. What's the greatest opportunity here for this Cancer? Yeah, I feel like with the 4 of Wands here, reverse, there's a greater opportunity here about splitting ways, breaking a contract. I feel like a lot of you are focused on how you used to be. This isn't actually what you asked for. Maybe you romanticize something, but the difficulties here is that this is a lot to handle. This is more than you signed up for. And it's not really allowing you any time here. Some of you, you're getting some physical ailments here. Your body's your alert system. You're being alerted here. Greater meaning here. 7 of Cups. There's just, I think that you're a little overwhelmed and you're focusing on this 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, about how to emotionally leave. Cherry on top. So some of you really thought this was going to be your dream job, was right in the right direction here to where your dream may inspire to be. Others of you, it's a relationship that you may have gone into quickly and over romanticized, but the amount of responsibilities and the amount that is taking upon what you truly want is leaving you very much in mind fog. It's like, I thought this was it, and now I'm feeling like it's not perfect. It's not what I want, and I'm just emotionally very confused of where I fit in. I feel like you may need a timeout here. Just a pause. If you can take a day off, or if you can separate from an individual so that you can reflect on what makes you happy. The Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of destiny. It's a card here about taking a chance. You never know what kind of chance it's going to lead you to, but it's part of your story regardless. It's just out of your hands, that chance, right? It is kind of like, do I win the lotto? Well, you don't know. You spin the wheel and you see what happens here. But what's the hard part? I think the hard part for you is you may be fearful of taking a break or taking a pause or stating that. You are unsure of a contract now. And some of you are afraid to state that to whoever it may be. Now, I can understand if this is work, this is hard to do, but maybe there's something here about you taking a day off, time to reflect here of what you truly want. And, this Hermit energy, Virgo energy, this is Odin here. Odin has the ability here to look into the fates here and to trust their intuition with what is about to unfold. But again, you see how he usually has a patch on his eye because he's already sacrificed that, but his eyes squinted here. So it's almost something here where you're very focused on, is this really the right direction? Or is this something here to show you that I'm repeating a pattern again? All right. Your final message here from Auntie Cancer is Pisces energy speaks your language. So the new moon may expand your perspective and remind you that you are capable of more than you may have recently believed. All right. You are capable of more. Now, I also feel like, I'm not saying that you need, like, you can actually handle more. I think there's something here about not being able to handle confrontation, and Spirit saying, no, you can actually handle more than just confrontation. You can handle chaos. All right. That's what I got here for you, Cancer. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends community. We're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up. We have Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius left. And then we have the collective bonus. We may not get to the unlocked bonus, but we shall see. It's quiet here with the live. You guys are just kind of listening. That's cool. It's fine. I got snow to plow anyway, so I'm totally cool with that. Leo, my lions and lionesses, let's see where you are at. Leo. Spirit, where is Leo this week? Hey, Mitzi, welcome back. Okay, you can rewind. It's quiet here in the chat, so you're not missing much. My moderators aren't here today. Leo, how you feeling? Oh my gosh. You're feeling like the Emperor. Aries energy. Interesting. I think you see how he's standing and there's a lot of people he's controlling, situations. There's something about you taking a seat this week. You may be a manager, a leader, but you're sitting on your throne. You already have this position, so people respect you. But let's see what's externally making you take a seat. You're not standing in your power, you're sitting in your power. Oh, the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Reverse. Someone has stood up. So this king has stood up. Maybe some of you stood you up. Okay, could be that too. But this is usually someone here could be, when they're reversed, they could be pretty darn conceited, all materialistic, selfish, all for themselves, not a really good provider. And they don't really, they nurture what's good for them. And they mishandle their leadership role. They mishandle their money. Ooh. This could be somebody here who's coming back from your past, Leo. That's why you're taking a seat down, because someone here is taking a stand. I do feel like you got someone here back from your past. Gemini energy. Could be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It's an individual here that you at one point saw eye to eye. You were committed to, you cared for, you loved dearly, but there's something about how selfless this individual is, and they're taking a stand here. They're doing something very selfish. They're doing something very chauvinistic. Ooh. Your reaction? Oh, I told you you two were a match. You're very nurturing. You're very caring. You're very endearing. You're open, but you also know your worth. You are valued. People see you as a person here that has solid advice. You're very practical. You take care of yourself. And this individual does the exact opposite. You know what? That's why you're sitting down. That's why you're sitting down, because this is not somebody here. Through thick and thin, you used to be like this. Through thick and thin, this Leo here was always helping this person out. And that may have made you lower your standards. But this week, I feel like you're not going to be helping an individual out. There may be a person here who needs some money from you, or a favor from you, or is showing their true colors here. Maybe if they left you for another individual or a situation, or chose another, if this is work related here, where it was like, what do they say? Flocks stick together, birds of a feather. There's just this energy here of they found someone in lower vibration, and now they're out on their luck. Karma. Yeah, this is allowing you to realize, I'm so glad I'm not part of that shit show this week. I just feel the difference here is you are taking charge. You are keeping your distance. You may see someone here. You might leave something unanswered. I mean, we are in that retrograde. I mean, it's the tail end and we're going to direct energy, but I feel like you may leave someone here unread. You care enough not to get involved. You even create more distance for some of you. It's like, I'm so glad I'm not part of that. Cancer energy. Advice here for you, 10 of Wands, because see, you used to carry all the weight for this individual. And to you, it's like this person's got to stick with their own stuff. You know, they got a lot of baggage right now, and they're not doing too well with what they chose. They aren't. But this is out of your hands. All right. This is something that is a fairness. I do feel like you're going to see some karma play out with an individual here who was very selfish, conceited, thought they had gained it all, and now they're losing it all. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good thing that you wanted revenge, but you get to take a seat because this person is standing up to showcase their true colors. All right. So, Auntie, what Leo says for you, something emotional may be shifting beneath the surface this week. Pisces energy can help you release something you've been carrying far too long. Sometimes letting go is actually the power move. I feel like this is creating some kind of closure here for you this week. All right. By seeing this in mail. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead, hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We're going to get to Virgo. Virgo is up. All right, Virgo. Who's got Virgo in their chart? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go, Virgo. How you feeling? Virgo, how you feeling going into this week? A little confused, foggy. Can't make up your mind. You have some decisions to make for yourself here. What emotionally makes you happy? There's something about, what do I focus my energy on in this new moon energy? External reason for this? 10 of Wands. See how this is split into two bundles? You're very split. This is, again, that should I stay, should I go energy. You're definitely, there's one in particular that has a giant question mark. And I feel like that's what's being evaluated this week. There's some uncertainty here if like this is the right connection, this is the right opportunity for you. What you're finding here is that it's a burden this week that you can't figure this out. It's like, oh my gosh, why is this such a hard decision? Yeah, 4 of Cups energy here. You know, I think the thing is that the opportunity there's just something here that you're not fully convinced that this is the one. Whether it's a person, whether it is something here you are entertaining to try out. It's almost like you're doing a sampling this week, or maybe you've been doing sampling for a couple of weeks here, but it's like, do I dismiss this, or am I going to be disappointed here if I dismiss this? And what if this is hidden and this is actually the best opportunity of my life and I might be missing it? Are my expectations too high? Wanting more time. This Virgo wants more time to make a decision. Maybe you're being put on a deadline for some of you. How you're reacting here? God, your reaction here is like, I'm uncertain, but I also can't deny that by being uncertain, that is an answer. That is an answer. If you are trying to create more time or space, it is an answer, and that means no. And I think that scares some of you. Greater opportunity here for Virgo. To face your disappointment, to be open and honest about it. And some of you, this is hard to do because, you know, this is like, well, what if that person leaves me? Or what if this opportunity completely closes the door on me? But if you're that uncertain, there's a reason for it. So there's something about being afraid to vocalize it, to say it, to stand up to it, because you're trying to buy more time, but you're out of time. This is for a Virgo who's really out of time. And so it's like, I have to just face the fact that if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. If it's a loss, you're going to receive the loss, but you won't know unless you are very authentic and clear about this. And some of you have been buying some time here in hopes that this is the place you got to be. But it's like, what if this is removed entirely from my life? What if I miss it? What if I screw up? But you won't know unless you. If it's meant to be, it will never be a screw up, you know? It will either come back around, maybe not with the same person, but the opportunity will open and unfold a different way for you, Virgo. It will. But the Ten of Swords here is final. You will be giving a final answer here this week, but it also feels like, oh my gosh, I don't want to let somebody down because someone here is expecting a yes from me. And I have to say I'm uncertain and unsure, and I know that's an answer. Yeah, Six of Wands here. This is about being seen. This is about being validated. And this is like, you know what? There's someone here who thinks that you're going to be all in. You're going to choose this. You're going to accept this. And you're like, I don't know if this is right for me. I just don't know if it's right for me. And I want to pick the right one, but you know, it is what it is. But again, sometimes if things leave your life and it comes back around in the long run, it will be worth the battle here for you. All right. However you face this. Virgo, Auntie says the new moon lights up relationships for you. So Pisces asks you to loosen the grip of perfection and allow emotional understanding to guide you this week in this connection. And it is regarding another individual. All right. That's what I got here for you, Virgo. Good luck. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And if that resonated with you, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And we're going to move on to Libra. Libra is up. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what is in store for you this week. Libra, how you feeling going into the week of March 16th? The Empress, very aligned. If you're coming up as the Emperor and the Empress, this isn't you not only being a leader, but you're also very supportive and you're open here for creation. Okay. Worth. You know your worth, your value. External reason for this. Oh man, you're really doing well with that Pisces new moon. I like this for Libra this week. Libra, you're trusting your intuition. You're following your gut. You're taking those intuitive nudges here to listen to your heart. It's guiding you in the right direction this week. Pay attention to your dreams. Please pay attention to your dreams. Your actions will be unfolded within those dreams. Integration here. We have the Five of Swords here reversed, but I don't see this as a bad thing. It's how you're being supported here. The truth is at one point you were looking to resolve a situation, whatever this resolution is this week here, you're finally letting it go, right? You're seeing the situation for what it is. Whatever this confrontation hit, it nobody won in this. The truth is it happened for the reason for you. You're being very authentic. You're trusting that this is all in the past. And the challenge here is now really integrating the emotions here of allowing something new to enter your life. And you're just fully putting your ego to the side. And you're like, it is. I feel like this Libra saying this week, it is what it is, which is the most powerful motto to have. Your reaction here this week. Yeah, the Hangman now is that reflection, is that pause, is the ability here to breathe. This Libra here does not overreact this week. They look at their illusions, they look at their fear entirely different now. They take charge of it. They realize that this whole world is kind of an illusion here. And it's like, what do I want to manifest? And am I willing to gain a new perception on, or to gain some new insight on? Bigger meaning here for this Libra this week. Oh my God, there you are. This is such a solid reading here for you, that you're showing up authentic. You're showing up truthful. You're showing up meaning business. You're being very logical. You're setting up new boundaries and structure here for yourself. You're not allowing your emotions to take control. You're detaching. This is a healthy detachment. It's not reverse. No. And this has to do with something that you are holding on really tightly to, a hard boundary, a hard no. Maybe this pushed you back. Maybe this pushed you back to the point here where you were like, I don't know if I can trust others again. I don't know if I can trust this person again. You're realizing a wall here. You have the right here to keep something out or someone out. And this week, you're going, if something's going to scale that wall, it will scale the wall, because I'm open to receive here my worth, and I have a boundary. So, yeah, you have a reason for that wall being so high, but also you're not wounded about it. You're like, no, there's this energy here of, if you want access, if you want my time, if you want my energy, it's got to be different. It's got to be looked upon different. And I see you doing that this week here. And I see some of you really putting a bar on somebody that you don't even want to deal with. Someone here who took things so personally, was always arguing, fighting, maybe projecting on you, being a mirror to you, playing victim to you. This is a Libra who's like, I'm cutting that shit. I'm not going to feel guilty for that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. 10 of Wands here is, this is enough. I don't have to carry this burden anymore. I think you're ready to drop a burden here so that you can have a new start over where your desires go, where your inspiring or inspiration goes. A lot of you have really creative ideas, and there's something here about you've been through enough and you've carried the weight of it all, including other people's expectations. And this is you letting go and choosing yourself this week. All right. I do feel a creative drive here, maybe starting a new passion project. Others are putting yourself back out there if it's dating, but you are looking at something entirely different now. It happened for a reason. It is what it is. All right, Libra, your final message here from Auntie is this. Libra, your routines and your well-being come into focus this week. And we see that in the cards. Pisces reminds you that balance isn't just about everyone else. Sometimes balance is taking care of yourself first. And I see you doing that this week. All right. That's what I got here for you, Libra. If this resonates, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to get to Scorpio next. Scorpio is up. Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio, you are up. It may just be you, Mitzi. It may just be you. I got a lot of people watching the replay, but I got a lot of people here who are passive today. It's quiet today. It's okay. It's cool. I'm actually okay with it because I got to get through these because I got to plus snow. We're in a really bad storm. We're here for the ride. I appreciate it. I'm like sweating bullets with the amount of snow that's falling right now. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Three of Pentacles, collaboration. So this week, it's going to take some effort. External reason for this. Oh, leaving no one behind. 3, 4, 5. Okay. How these support 7, 8. All right. So this is a week here of collaboration. This is a week here of getting together, whether this is through friends, community, or another individual. But there's something here where you are motivating. Like no one gets left behind. But if you can't be part of this group or part of this relationship, or you're going to be snoozing on this, then you may have to be cut. Okay. So I feel this energy. I feel this energy of you getting individuals together, but there's a specific person here who is lazy. They don't put as much work into it. No game today. I got snow. We're like going up to 30 inches at this point. High Priestess. You're smart. The Scorpio is smart. You know what? You're doing something this week publicly where you include another or you leave an invitation open for them to show up. Show up. You already know this person here is going to be sitting in the back of the class or waiting something out, playing games. You intuitively know this. But you're going to include somebody in. Some of you, you're going to get an invite and say, oh, by the way, this is an ex. Like, oh, by the way, so-and-so is going to be there. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, I'll show up. But you already know that this person here, once they hear that news, how you're reacting here. King of Cups here, reverse. I don't care. I don't care. Screw them. They played enough games here with me. This is a person here who emotionally manipulated you. And so there's something here about playing this person's game and saying, I'm showing up. I'm going to be there this week. Just because they're showing up, even though that they owe you a conversation, owe you, I don't know, collaboration. There's something here. It's like, okay, I'll be there. Hermit here reversed. But how quickly, how you are part of this circle, mutual individuals, and how easily when this person enters the room that they stay so clear from you, so far away from you. There's a reason for that. But it's not you pointing it out. You just have to be there this week. Just show up this week. Because a bigger opportunity is someone here who separates themselves, segregates themselves here in your energy. That's how powerful you are. What you gain by this? What you gain by this is watching an individual who's irritable that you showed up, that you were there, that you are unbothered by their presence, by their stories, whatever. You're being mature. The Temperance energy, Sagittarius, is someone here who becomes irritable, impatient, is huffy and puffy. And that's what I feel that this individual does. They make a scene. They cause a scene, all because you choose to be there. You choose to be there. Look at all these social bees here, right? I'll also be social. I'll take this invite. All right. Yeah, no, I'll be there. I'm going to be the social one. I'm going to be the one here who's collaborating, looking at it, and watch somebody else here who's bothered by it. See, this is a person here who expects you to stay away or expects to change your life in a way that it's not going to happen that way. And if this is work related, this is where it gets tricky, is that you're in a project and you know this person doesn't do shit. And now this individual here is trying to separate themselves and they look like the asshole. All right. Final message here for you, Scorpio. Creativity and emotional expression are highlighted for you this week. Pisces energy encourage you to explore what brings joy and inspiration without needing to overanalyze it. All right. It's like share your ideas, share your optimism, share, that you're okay, that you're having a new start, a rebirth, because whatever it is, this individual is going to be annoyed by it. They are. All right, that's what I got here for you, Scorpio. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget there's always more messages on the other side. We got Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius up next, and then we're going to have the collective bonus. I'm going to go ahead and choose to shut down the unlock bonus. So give me a second. Let me comment on here. Only one bonus because I got to do snow and I'm really starting to. All right, there we go. Sagittarius is up. Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, let's see how Sagittarius is doing this week. The Devil reversed. You're cleaning up your act this week. Maybe you're starting, creating new habits. It's hard. It's not going to be an easy week here. It's like, exercising or, cutting out things that just don't serve you. Some of you were in a toxic relationship, Capricorn energy, but to you, it's like, I need to get my shit in order. And this wasn't allowing me to be stable externally. Yeah, this had to do with who you spent time with or energy towards. This could have been a relationship. This could be around individuals here. Now, here's the thing. You could be amongst individuals here who have the same vices as you, and it's like, I can't be hanging out with these individuals or these situations if I want to get ahead or make some changes in my life. Yeah. Oh my God. Mars is coming in on Pisces energy this week. Integration here, Two of Swords. There's some listen, you can't deny this anymore. The blindfold is not on. Your eyes are down, but you know that you're going to open up soon here too. All right. There is some decisions here this week that that you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation, or you need to make a firm boundary too. And this is something here about which direction you want to go. But you realize that if you keep staying in this energy of like pretending all is well, that it's not really allowing you a clean break, because it's going to entice you to go back to old ways. Yeah. So you're trying to have a new start. You're trying to be positive about what is to come. But I feel like with whatever company that you were keeping was holding you back and not allowing you to have a blank canvas and be excited about it. Maybe it was sharing a dream or desire, and people are like, oh my God, why would you do that, Sagittarius? You know, come chill out with us. You can always do that another day. And it's like you procrastinate and procrastinate. It's like, no, I really need to do this today. So this is a week here where I see you going, I need to have a fresh start. And I'm going to go silent on some people this week, or I'm going to really make a decision here, what I truly want, what's best for me. And if that means creating space or new boundaries, you're going to do it. Greater opportunity here for you, Sagittarius, this week. Yeah, the Two of Wands here is like, no more back and forth. I can handle this now. And if people are meant to go, they're meant to go. But I need to do what's right for me. And this is like a vine, because you've been really tied into this for a long time. Some of you, this is blood ties, right? Some of you, this is a contract, like a marriage. But there's no more holding back. It's like, listen, I got two versions of myself, and I'm asking for some stability here, but I'm also asking for something that I'm passionate about, driven about, and for my well-being. Greater meaning here, like, listen, there's something here that you've been kind of like, I feel like you've been slowly getting away from, but you haven't fully been invested on this. You like breadcrumb this situation. But this is something here where you're like, this is so imbalanced. I'm so being used, or I am so being drawn back in to what doesn't serve me anymore. You're facing something here that's unbalanced. Advice for you. Advice for you this week. Look at that. The company that you keep, the individuals here who cheer you on, motivate you. A union here is also of happiness, togetherness. Maybe it's having a tribe that supports you or motivates you. What? On your worth. These, you know, I think you're around certain peoples who are naysayers. You may have individuals here who don't want to see your light, who don't want to see you grow. It doesn't mean they're not nasty people, but that just means that they feel competitive. They want you to stay who you are. And then there's something here where the Sagittarius is craving more. And I see you doing that this week. All right. So I feel like there's maybe finding your tribe, finding a new community here where you can really just, you know, be yourself, be lit up, be inspired. Individuals here who cheer you on versus compete with you or talk you down or make you go back to old habits that just aren't you anymore. Sagittarius, Auntie says this new moon may highlight home and emotional grounding for you this week. So Pisces reminds you that even adventurers need somewhere safe to recharge. Somewhere safe to recharge. You're being recharged in an old pattern, old version of you. So I see you changing that. All right. That's what I got for you, Sagittarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We got Capricorn up. Capricorn is up. We got one bonus collective here today, guys. Don't disregard the goal. I called it. It's a small crowd here tonight. Most people are watching the replay. That's fine. I don't really have the help here either for moderators. They usually help me out with that. But my mind is also somewhere else right now. We're kind of an emergency storm, so I got to prep for that. Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, let's see how you are doing this week. How you feeling? Cappies. Ooh, you're in manifesting mode here. You're feeling good. You're feeling in charge. I love this because you're showing up as the Emperor Magician. So this is someone here who's like, I got it. I know what I want. And when I say it, it's going to happen. Externally, why are you feeling this way? Because there's something here in your life that you keep checking on. And it's the checking. and the checking on this. Maybe it's another individual too, but you realize that if something's meant to be in your life, you really have to trust it. And there's this in and out energy of like, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And then I go ahead and I ask for the cards, or I ask spirit again. Is it coming? Is it here? And it's like, when's it coming? I feel like it's always coming, but it's not here. Or I go back to my old ways. What's integrated here? King of Pentacles here. You are being solid this week here. Some of you are manifesting money. All right. You are. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is someone who's very solid, nurturing, healthy, invests wisely, is very caring, knows how to care for others, massive provider. But I feel like there's this in and out energy here of like, nope, I'm the stable one this week. I bring stability wherever I go. All right. And I feel that's what you're manifesting here. No more in and out energy here of being a wealthy king to a poor king. And if this is a relationship, it's like, no, I'm bringing stability in my life. Reaction here. Look at that. The Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Well, Capricorn, I feel like this is your energy. I feel like what you're attracting here is someone here who's just as passionate, someone here who's just as driven as you. But here's the thing. This individual here desires you. Okay. They do. This person could be an artist, a musician. Bigger opportunity. Oh my gosh. I was just going to say collaboration. You have manifested a relationship where the two of you work together. It's a power couple. This Capricorn has got a power couple here. All right. And if this is like platonic, that's fine, but you're kind of like the structural end, and this person here is the creative one, the decorator. Okay. You might be in the finances. This person here is a decorator, but the two of you, it's a time here for collaboration, bringing dreams and inspiration to truth. Yeah. No more independence here, or enabling here, being codependent. I feel this energy of you saying, hey, why don't we work together? Or, hey, let's get to know each other. But this is someone here that once you put it out there and say, no, I'm the stable one, I'm this person here sees that. They call you out for that. They may even say that to you. Hey, I've been really thinking about getting to get to know you a little bit more. You know, this could have been a deep friendship. Others of you, if it's not romantic, turning friendship into love, it could be like, hey, you know, I need some practical advice, and you have always been there by my side. But there's this collaboration this week. This is not enabling or because someone doesn't need you. They just say that I think I'm better in numbers. You know, I think we would be best working together. Advice here for you. All right. So you're a little bit nervous. That's okay. Because as quickly as you manifest it, I think that's the nervous energy. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to screw this up. But Spirit is saying, listen, don't fight the jitters here. There's this energy of being back to back with an individual. So watch it. Be prepared. All right. Because something here about confrontation is coming up. But the confrontation here is, do you have each other's back? And there's some insecurities here of going, can I have this person's back, or do they have mine? And the answer here is in open conversations, communications, facing that confrontation here. Don't run from it. Don't run from it. All right, Capricorn, what Auntie has to say to you. Ready for this? Conversations may bring emotional insight this week. I see it. Pisces energy reminds you that communication is not always logical. Sometimes truth comes through feelings. And I do believe someone here is expressing emotions here to you this week. All right, that's what I got here for you, Capricorn. If this resonated, go ahead and hit a like. Comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to get to Aquarius. Aquarius is up. And then we have one collective bonus. Just one. Hi, Diane. We already did Aries. It's like the second sign in. You can wait because we're going to get to the collective bonus. So Aries, maybe you rolled again and then go back and rewind. But we're in the last zodiac sign. All right. Aquarius is up. Welcome, Sailor. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on and how you're feeling this week. Reversals are now up. Aquarius, you're coming off as the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You may have that obviously in your chart, but there's something more about this. This is about you holding that truth. And what is it about severing the people you're with? I feel like, Aquarius, there's something here where you were holding strings. I feel like you're going to be doing, let's see the external reason for this. You're coming up as truthful, honest, but you're severing ties with an individual. You are severing ties with somebody here that you have been battling with. Okay. Could be a Scorpio energy, could be unfinished business. This is deader than dead. This ain't coming back. How skinny this person is. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you can't force a person to change. I think you're realizing that someone here is not changing. And this is you going, is this really for me anymore? Four of Swords here with that is the Five of Swords. There's a confrontation that is coming up. Could be an old flame. It's got the tail end of Mercury retrograde. But this is a person who's still in your energy. This is a person here who's starving. Okay. Starving, meaning their skeletons are exposed. There's nothing left to this. It's not coming back. Integration, it's not coming back. And let me tell you, this was toxic as hell. This was a karmic tie you had with this individual. But it's played its part. You don't have to keep replaying the same story over and over again. It's played its part. Capricorn energy. I feel like you're breaking the chains. You're realizing that if a person wants to be what they want to be, or if they want to be a ghost, they're going to be a ghost. There's no meat on that person's bones here. So there's something here about them being vacant anyway. I feel like when you cross paths with this individual, even if you are still connected with them, they are just ghosting you. It's transparent here that they don't want to try to fix a relationship here with you. Some of you, if this is work related, it's apparent here that this job is going to still pay. It's like it's not going to pay you more. It's going to still be the same shit another day. But you are being the change this week. How you're responding to this? Yeah, boundaries. You're choosing to not want something back. You're seeing something here that would, I mean, listen, this person here doesn't even know how to take care of themselves. Or this is something here where they just use other individuals. But I do feel like you're on guard now. You are like, I don't want that back in my life. Some of you, like I said, if this is job related here, you have boundaries now. You're not putting in extra time. You pay for what you get with this Aquarius. But you have boundaries this week. I think you were really going back and forth with this. Your challenge card was the Two of Pentacles. And it's like, I have to care about my stability of what I can handle. And I can't keep going into an old version of me when I'm ready for the new. Bigger opportunity here for this Aquarius this week. Look at this. This is going to feel so much better for you. Some of you, you're finally doing it and saying, you know what? I don't even want that old relationship back. I've changed. Others of you, it's a job. And you're like, know what? I don't think I want to work it out with it. I really want to see what my worth is, how I'm seen, how I'm recognized. You know, could be even fixing up that resume. But the seening and validated here is you, what you've come through. What you're gaining here, new opportunities. And there's something here about it's not unfolded yet. You know, this is about you picking and choosing and seeing what's right and what isn't right for you. But there's just this energy here. What you're focused on here is a cherry on top, is something here that's a little bit more sweeter, something here that can feel refreshing to you, that excites you. And even though you may not know what that is yet, you are realizing that there's options out there this week. But it's you saying, you know what? I'm closing this chapter myself. I'm creating closure. So that's what this Aquarius is doing. They're creating closure. Advice for you, Aquarius. Look at that. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Do you see, like, there's something here about your stability. Look at this. I love that it's got a little dog here sleeping here in the bottom. All right. Maybe you got a puppy, but I just feel like you got a lot of stability. You got a lot of good things coming your way, but you also got to be, I mean, some of you, this is your well-being, your health is better, but you have the ability here to start reaping awards or rewards. And I feel like the rewards here is for yourself. You're very self-efficient. You are. But this is you who's done hanging around for, you know, I think you've been holding on or waiting for something to change or someone. And this is like, no, I don't have to wait for that anymore. I can just close this out and say, do not come back. I've moved on. And that's what this Aquarius is doing. They're being the change. I told you it's you who's changing. Not so much an old version here. Final advice here comes from Auntie, and it says, Aquarius, this new moon highlights value, what matters to you, what you invest your energy into. Pisces ask you to step out of your mind for a moment and listen to your heart. And I see you doing that this week in a really, really big way. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If that resonated, go ahead and hit a like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we got our final reading for this afternoon, which is going to be the bonus collective. Sorry, guys, no unlocked bonus. I pulled the goal. I don't have my moderators here tonight, and I have I'm in Michigan, and there's a huge winter storm that we're dealing with. So I got to deal with snow. Originally had the goal open, but I'm losing steam. Hello, Amaya. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. You finally made the move. Awesome. Awesome. The live. Oh, you finally made the live. Yes, you did. You made the live. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Mitzi. All right, guys. No more. The goal target is not happening here. So I know I have it targeted on there, but donations are welcome. I appreciate them, but just so you know. Mitzi, are you willing to help me out with the zodiac signs, writing them all out? Or are you on your phone? I can do it myself if it's too much. I'll give you a second. If not, I'm just going to roll. All right. I appreciate it. So we're going to roll. Mitzi's going to help us out. I'm going to roll a couple of times. If I roll doubles, you can just put 2 times. You don't have to put Scorpio, or whatever it is. All right. We're going to roll the zodiac dice, guys, and we're going to see who needs the collective bonus. Just one. So we're going to go a little bit longer with this one since we're only using one. We have Cancer. Cancer is up. And Libra. Libra is up. We're going to roll a couple more times. Aries. Aries is here. So we got Cancer, Libra, and Aries. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is here. Let's see what other signs. Taurus, the bulls are here. And one more. So far, no repeat. And we have Capricorn. No repeats here. So I'm going to give Mitzi a second because she's going to write them all out for me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your help. All right. We got Cancer, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Capricorn. All right. So if you have any of those placements in your chart, this reading here may be for you. Collective, how you feeling going into this week? You're coming up as the Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there's something here where you're really listening to your intuition, honing in, very intuitive, quiet, reserved, caring, and loving. External reason for this? Very compassionate this week. Ooh. This is externally outside of you. There's something around you that is crashing and burning, falling. It's not you. You're externally looking at this. You saw this coming. Integration of this. You saw this coming with an individual. You tried to warn them. Some of you are very intuitive, psychic, could be readers, but there's something here where an individual, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy was so logic, so in their head, they're falling. Some of you, I just heard falling for you. Someone here is falling from grace. Something here is being exposed about this individual. They're irritable. They're upset. They're egotistical. Your reaction. Gosh, the Hermit. You're quiet. You're remaining reserved. You're taking a pause. You're watching someone here who's externally falling apart. You tried to warn this individual. Some of you, this is a person here who fumbled you. Let's see what that Six of Wands energy was about. What is crashing and burning externally? This person chose somebody else or something else. You warned this person about who they went for, what they were going for. See, this is an individual here who was like, I need to have something perfect. But here's the thing. It wasn't so perfect. They have a clarity here that they should have listened to you. Are you rubbing this in this person's face? No. The reaction here is, I need some time to like really collect myself. I feel like you're collecting yourself here. This King of Swords is, this is an individual here at one point was part of your pack. You trusted. But the illusion here is broken. The illusion of this individual here is broken. Their ego is being popped. This individual here is not having their way. But they have a realization that some of you, you are the person who got away, or they just should have taken your advice. Your reaction here. It doesn't make you happy because there's something here about it being sad. There's disappointment here. Now, some people see this as a third party card, but this is usually a card here of, yay, let's get excited. But let me tell you, seeing somebody fall like this or realize something too late is never a good feeling. And if you are at the point going, ha, it is too late for them, then check yourself. Because there's a version of you that accepted that at one point. Greater opportunity here for you. Gosh. 5 of Cups here, reversed. You have a choice here this week. But you don't have to choose to reconcile, but it's emotionally that a conversation may be coming up. Someone here may be asking for it too. But take your time here to look at your emotions in check, because you're coming up as the Queen of Cups. So, you got empathy, you have sympathy here, but it's also like, some of you are like, I can't choose this again. I don't trust it. Or I can't do anything about it. I can't fix it. Maybe they're not being asked to fix here, but I feel there's a need here to reflect on it this week. Greater meaning here. Greater meaning here is a situation of a connection who you considered a blood tie, a relationship, a future with. And it's somebody here who chose to break something off, or to dismiss you, or to blame you, or to project you, and it's coming back around. I got to let you know, Mercury retrograde is going direct, so I feel like, there's some closure here coming in place. Advice for you this week, you're hearing this news. You're going to hear some news. There's some social news coming on here. I don't know if it's on social media. I don't know it's through another, but you got someone here whose world is collectively falling apart. And yeah, it's very obvious that you were either right or they missed the opportunity here. The World, you're getting closure this week. You're getting closure this week. Some of you, it's to choose another path. Others of you, if you want to have a reset, it's to have a heart-to-heart discussion. But it's going to be up to you. It may involve travel. It may, whatever it is, it's something that when you choose this, you're going to choose it with confidence. Okay? Your happiness. Final message here from Auntie is this, and this is more for Aries energy, okay? And I feel Auntie had 2 messages, so I'm going to give both. One was for Mercury retrograde. I'm going to give both, right? Because I feel like they both go. As the sun moves into Aries this week, we begin the astrological new year. So Aries energy is bold, it's courageous, and it's forward moving. It doesn't wait for permission. Aries is a sign that says, let's begin. After the emotional reflection of Pisces season. So you're still in reflection here this week. So you don't have to absolutely go, let's go, game on, or let me open communication. This energy may encourage the collective to rediscover courage and take the first step towards something new. Aries season asks one simple question. What are you ready to begin? The other message here is in regards to Mercury retrograde. And it says, Auntie says, Mercury finally stations direct this week. Yes, you may celebrate, but Mercury retrograde often brings back, ready for it, unfinished conversations, old situations, and sometimes people from the past who suddenly remember you exist. And that's why I wanted to read this one. But when Mercury moves direct, the fog begins to lift and forward movement begins easier again. If something returned during this retrograde, it likely returned for a reason, a lesson, a realization, or simply closure. Now that Mercury is moving forward again, the message is simple here. Take what you learned and move forward with clearer eyes. All right. Those were the messages. Thank you so much, Mitzi, for your help. I do appreciate it. If you guys are looking for more messages, you can find them over at Harmonia Friends Community. Very easy to join. You just simply go to my website, harmoniafriends.com, and there is all the information here and details about the community area. All right, you guys take care. Have a great week. I'll probably be popping on for a Faded Dice reading sometime in the middle of the week. But between then, you guys take care. Have a good week.